Good afternoon, YouTubers. Welcome back. A little short today. I'm now attempting to get into doing my charge port on my 2020 2019 Chevy Bolt. So, from what I grabbed off the internet, I think it was an earlier model. You take out your battery tray, your battery, or battery in your battery tray, whatever which way you want to do it. And you dig down, you move the ECU out of the way. There's a clip right here on your battery tray, right there. You just pull this back and you can pull the ECU up. You don't even have to unplug it. Next thing is this connector here. From what I saw in the last video I even saw. Like I said, I think he had an earlier model than I did. I think it was a 2017. But the pins we're after are... hold on. Let's see. Get a pointing device. The pin that you're looking for is this guy here. So, that one. Come on. Focus. Fucking goddamn cell phone. Fucking focus. Alright, focus. So that pin and this pin, which on the back side of this car, as you can see, the reverse of it has that bottom pin there and the pin just above it right there. So yeah, the way so this one right there and this one right there are the two pins that I'm after today. I don't have the pins that fit in this side. I don't have the pins that will fit in this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight and curse and swear and get in behind this one, and I'm going to hook into the back side of these pins and run my wire. So I've already got the wire for my charge port light hooked up. So here is the uber amount of wire I'm going to have to put in, and here is my light. So what I did is I 3D printed, and I've wedged it in there pretty fucking good now. Son of a bitch. But anyway, I 3D printed this piece. If anybody wants this, it took a few rounds to get this thing to work right. If anybody wants the file for this, I can give it to them. I put, I think it's blue LEDs in here. They're not waterproof or anything like that, but they're, they start here and they walk all the way around and they stop back here. My wire's right here and it goes up. So there's no joint here. This is just to test the concept that I wanted. What I would like to do later on, because apparently this is supposed to mimic this light. So when you open up the door, it's supposed to turn on and light up. And so does that when it turns on, kind of lights up. So it mimics that one. I don't know on this model because the model that, like I said, I'm following this by, has an option in the what the hell you got? Infotainment center, the radio. It has a setting in there that I can't remember what the hell it's called, but I don't have it. So I don't know if mine will mimic the flashes of that center dash light to my charge port. I don't know if it will sit there and flash. But if it does, and this is only if it does, so this is basically a test bench. If it just lights up the port, fine, I'll just leave it alone. If it does do the flashes, what I would like to do is take a like a Arduino Tinsy or a Nano or something like that, and have it count the pulses of the light. So one pulse, as we know, does from 0 to 25. 2 pulses, 25 to 50. 3 pulses, 50 to 75. And 4 pulses, you get 75 to 100% charge. And then solid, obviously, is charged. And then if you've got an intermediate or delayed, I know it sits there and flashes every so often, so I don't know if that will affect it later on in life. But what I'd like to do is have it count the pulses, and what I would like to do is if it counts the pulses and does that, my charge port will show, much like some other cars that I've seen, it'll have 4/4. So it'll show 25, 50, 75, or 100%. Instead of counting the pulses, I can just look at the charge port and see how much is lit up. And it will flash the last one. It'll show 25 and 50 full, and then it'll flash the 75 type thing. So this is what I'd like to do. There's some programming involved in that I am not proficient in just yet, but I would like to do it. It's a project that I've been wanting to do since I've had this car for near a year now, and I've absolutely loved it. So now, after a year of owning it, well, near a year owning it, next month will be a year, I've started modifying the back end. So now my diesel heater is fully installed in this thing. It is not a mandatory heater that I need now. It is basically if I'm sitting somewhere at fucking 40 below or whatnot, and everybody else has got remote car starters and whatnot to heat their car, these Chevs only have a 2 15-minute run time or 1 30-minute run time until the key is cycled. I don't like doing that because within 15 minutes on a 40 below day in Saskatchewan, you get lukewarm, or even not even that. So I want to be able to run the diesel heater as a remote starter for longer periods of time. So that's one reason. And then come this Christmas, I'm also going to be sleeping in the back of this because there's not enough room and there's no hotels or nothing around the area I'm going to be. So I'm going to run this at night while it's charging and keep my fat ass warm. So it's in. So now the intake and exhaust come into the back seat. I've hacked away a bit of the floor to do that, and I'm going to try to get a video of that later on of what I did. I didn't get any video of me putting it in. I'm just going to put a video of what it looks like now. I've basically put the car back together, so I can't do it now. But this is what we're doing today, is just the charge port. So I've torn it apart this far. I'll get in there and get the wires that I need done. And like I said, if you want the STL file for that ring so you can put your own LEDs in there, hit me up and I will send it to you. Like I said, it took a few renditions and it's tight in there. I didn't realize I just shoved it in there and it's stuck. I don't need to glue it, don't need to do anything like that. It is permo mounted. You saw me yanking on it. So yeah, if you want it, let me know. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the phone down now. I'm gonna go at that wire and see what I can do. I'll get you later.
Later.
Alright, a little update time. So I've got the wire routed. I've got the connector apart. So you take this off the back of the connector. So there's little tabs on either side of it. You can see mating. Just pop the ends off and then it just clamshells apart. So you get that off, and then down here is the back side. That's how I'm going to end up doing it. There is on. Get me all in here. Turn this over. Come on, focus. So the white wire here is a positive, and the black wire right there is your pin 29. So that's negative, that's positive. That's what basically it is. So that's the front side. So that will be your white wire and that will be your black wire. And then my wire, where is it? In the loom, and I will bring it up and then under all this shite and then tap into the back side, because I don't have, like I said, don't have the pins for the front side, and I'm not about to go get them. So I'm just going to bare the wires here. I'm going to solder them on and then tape them back up and then put the loom back over top of it and then tape it back up, and that's as far as I'm going to go. So yeah, so 30 and 28. 30 is your positive, which is oddly weird. It's white on this one. Usually white is something else, but black is usually ground, so we're going to go with that. So that's what we're going to go with right now. Alright, so update time. Got my wires, can't see. Got my wires soldered in together. Ignore my tape job. I can't get my meat nuggets down there enough that I can get a good tape job. But they are soldered, they are in place. Come on, focus. So now I'm just going to button it back up and put the car back together and see what happens. So, all back together. ECU's in, batteries in, all connected up, all working so far. And I didn't realize it before, but I actually put blue in there to match the car. So, door's closed, door's open, light comes on. And after doing some testing, I had to reset the charge because I was on delay because I usually wait for the next morning. So charger, in she goes, and we've got a green light there, and it's flashing the same. So there is no setting on the 2019s. It just flashes the pulse as the dash does. So there's no setting in the dash for this on the 19. I guess the 17s they had an option where you can shut the port off from doing this and just have it on the dash doing that. So there you go. That's all I've got on this one, and I really like that. Works out nicely. Check you later.